Welcome back, dear students. So, today we are going to continue our lesson JavaScript, and our today's topic is conditional statements in JavaScript. So, we know that conditional statements are used in a programming languages whenever we want to give the choices to the user, and the result is based on the conditions. Like these statements generally execute on the basis of specified conditions, and they are having a different results based on the different conditions. Like if the condition is false, something else part is going to execute. If the condition is true, another part is going to execute. That means commands are executed based on the conditions. Means whatever the condition satisfied, then only it will give the desired output. So let's see what are the conditional statements in a JavaScript. First, we are having if conditional statement. So, if else conditional statement executes a block of code if a specified condition is true. If the condition is false, another block of code can be executed. Like you can see here in the syntax, if in the bracket condition is given here, and if this condition is true, if it is true, then a particular part which is immediately below that block is going to execute. And if suppose the condition become false, then another part is going to execute, which is called as a else part. So it is if else. If this is true, execute that. If it is false, go for the else statement. So the if else statement is a part of JavaScript's conditional statement, which are used to perform different actions based on the different conditions. So here you can say that the curly brackets specify the body of the if else construct. Like this curly bracket start from here and it is going to end here. That means if part is going to execute. Then the else part is there starting from here and executes up to here. At a time both part are not going to execute. It is going to be judged based on the condition. If the given condition becomes true, then if part will execute, and if the given condition become false, then the else part is going to execute. So you can see here, like for example, we have declared here variable by using command var. Var is a command which is used to declare a variable. So we have declared a one variable which is called age, and in the age we have assigned the value 15. Where age is equal to 15, that means we have assigned 15 value in a age variable. Then we are specifying a condition. Here condition we have said that age is greater than 18. Friend, this is a condition, and based on this condition the two outcomes are going to come. If the condition is true, then if part will execute, and if the condition is false, else part will execute. So if age is greater than 18, you are going to get a message on the screen that is qualifies for driving. Document.write, this command is used to execute whatever written in there and it display on the HTML. So it displays qualifies for driving. And if suppose user enter the value which is less than 18, so it will give a document does not qualify for driving. So whatever user will put a input in a prompt box, it will go and check by the conditional statement if. And if this condition is true, qualifies for driving message will come on the screen. And if this condition becomes false, false means the value is less than 18, that means does not qualify for the driving, this statement will come on the screen. Now we'll see, friends, one more example. So here you are having example, program to accept a number and find whether it is a positive or a negative number. So friends, we'll see that a positive or a negative number. So first of all we'll start writing a program HTML, then a body tag is there. Then as it is a JavaScript program, so you need to set script language is equal to JavaScript, and then where num variable we are declaring here as a name num, num is the name of variable here, and in the num we are going to ask user to give any one value. So this can be happened by using prompt command. In previous video we have learned about the value and the how to use the prompt command. The prompt is used to give a dialog box, and it will assign a value which is given by the user to any variable. It will collect a value from user. So we are writing num is equal to prompt enter a number. So like you can see in our output, similarly such output is going to represent enter a number. So user will enter a number, then afterwards this num value whatever user enter we are going to check, and after checking only we'll execute our desired output. So we are checking if num is greater than and equal to 0, means we are telling or asking the user that you enter a value, and our program will check out that is this num value is greater than 0 or is equal to 0. Then write down comment document.write the number, and we are here adding this in string to this value, that is plus num. Whatever number will be there, the number, and then colon will be there, and in front we are writing a message this is a positive number. Friends, we know that 0 is neither positive nor negative, but for this only, for this program we are considering 0 as a positive number. So if a number is greater than 0 like 1, 2, 3 and so on, or is 0, then you will get a message on the screen is a positive number. So after user enter, suppose here a user have entered 3, so it will come and here check 3 is greater than 0. Yes, it is true. So when it is true, it will come and execute the if part, and it will give a message the number. Then afterwards a number's value will come here which is 3, and then it will get a message is a positive number. If suppose this number is not a positive, if a user enter any negative number, like for example here user enter a number minus 78, negative 78, so we know that else part will execute this else part. Why else part is executing? Because this minus 78 is going to check with this condition minus 78 is greater than or equal to 0, false. It is coming false. So instead of executing this part, it will directly come to this part, which is the else part. The pointer directly goes in the logical section, and it will go and execute the else part and return the number is negative number. The number minus 78 is a negative number. So on this basis the conditions are executed, and if the condition is true, the certain commands are executed, and if the condition is false, then some other part of the instructions are executed. So here we have executed two parts. If a number is positive, then some message. If a number is negative, then the another message is going to execute. Now moving to the next statement, we are having if else if conditional statement. So if else if conditional statement, this statement is used when a decision is required to be taken on the basis of multiple conditions. Like multiple conditions are here. If condition is specified is true, the statements are executed, and else if part is also here. So multiple conditions are there. It is nothing but the previous version and some modified part of if else part. We'll see its example. Like here we are having program to accept a character and find whether it is an uppercase or a lowercase letter or a number or a special character. So here more than conditions are there, more than one conditions, which means multiple conditions are here. We are going to check it is capital letter, it is a small letter, it is a number, or it is a special character. Special characters are hash, ampersand, exclamatory marks are there, question marks are there. So friends, here when a user will enter any letter, So we will give our judgment according to it is a small letter, it is a capital letter, or it is a number, or it is any special character. So for this we need if conditional statement, which is a multiple conditional. So we'll check out here. As usual, we'll write HTML program, body tag, then we'll include that it is a script language, and we'll mention it is a JavaScript. Then friends, we need here 3 variables. So as per our choice, we have for this program we have declared var a, b, c. A, B, C are here 3 different variables, and we'll first ask a user to enter a number 1. So we'll write a is equal to prompt enter number 1. So as you can see simultaneously in the output, you can see enter number 1 will come out, and we'll ask a user to enter any one number. A number can be any letter. So if, and now we are going to give a conditions here. This condition is there if, in else if also will count condition in here also. You can see friends, 3 different conditions we have assigned here. First of all, the first condition is for checking the small letters, that is lower case. Lower case means small letters. A is greater than is equal to small a, and ampersand sign is there, means both conditions should be true, then only the result will execute. And a is less than or equal to z, means we are checking whether the letters belong to small abcd, that means a lower case. If any letter will come under this condition, then you will get a message lowercase letter. And if suppose the condition is there of the capital letters, capital A to capital Z, then you will get a message uppercase letter. And if suppose else if we have written, if the numbers are any number like between digits 0 to 9, then you will get a message it's a number. Otherwise, if small letter also not there, capital letters are not there, digits are also not there, means definitely they are special characters. So in a else part we'll write down it's a special character. This is a simple one, means user either will enter small letters, either capital, or you can say digits. If nothing is there among them, then they are just directly special characters. So we'll write down here this output. You can see friends here, user enter a letter T, so T will match in this condition, and you will get a message uppercase letter as here. And here in this case user entered the @ symbol, so we know that it is a special character. It is not a capital letter, it is not a lowercase letter, it is not a digit, so it will get a special character. So now we'll next move to the another program, which is switch case statement. So we know that switch case statement evaluates an expression, and the value of the expression is then compared with the values of each case in the structures. If there is a match, then the associated block of code is executed. So friends, here switch case is construct similar to the if else construct, which is execute the series of command basis on the given condition. So switch case having a variable or a expression, and the different cases are there, and if the case is going to match, that part is going to execute, otherwise it will break, and by default which is given at the last of the statement, it is going to execute that. And friends, here we are using the break keyword. Break keywords comes out of the switch block and it stop the execution. It will not go and test another things. And there is a one more section, default. Default will run if there is a no case match. Default means if no case is matched, no condition is matching, then it will run what is by default, like thank you, try next time, like these messages will come. So we'll see according to the example here. Like you can see here, we want to know the area of a given figure. Like we know that circle area is there, rectangles area is there, triangles area is there. So in this example we are going to ask enter the figure name to the user and will provide them a formula to calculate the area. So I have kept here one variable, that is var book. Book is a name of variable here, and we are asking them enter a name of figure, like figure can be triangle, figure can be rectangle, figure can be circle, it can be square. So depending on that, we'll execute the particular part. Like first of all, in a case, first case we have put circle. If user enter the circle figure name, then this part will execute. If user enter the rectangle case, then it will execute rectangles part. If a user enter the square figure, then it will give the case of the square. If another than this execute, then we'll tell default, that is part which is known as the unknown figure. So here you can see there user here enter figure name as a circle. So as a circle will come and match with this particular case circle, it will give the message alert. Alert is a command which gives the alert message with the OK button on the screen. Alert area is 3.14 multiplied by radius multiplied by radius, because its matching is here. Suppose I put trapezium here, so you can see a circle, rectangle and square is there. Another case is not there of a trapezium, so what I get a message unknown figure. So that is written in the default. And friends, you can observe here I have written break command and break. Break is used particularly after the case is match, like circle matches here with the circle statement. So the circle's case is matching here, and afterwards no need to go and further check the another conditions, directly will come break. Break will leave you out of the program. So break statement just cut that execution and stop the program execution. But what is a default? Default will run the command if suppose any case is not going to match. Like I written trapezium, so you can see there here we not given the case for the trapezium. So after it's checking over, it will give the message unknown figure. So in this way the default works similar like a else part, means when none of the values matches, it gives the statement which is run under the default executed. So in this case we are having these conditional statements in a JavaScript.